All right, so if you are watching this video right now, chances are you fall into one of two categories. You just sat an ACA exam today, and all those negative thoughts are currently flushing through your head that I failed, nothing that I studied for came up, I didn't finish the exam, it just went awful. And I can relate to that. Or maybe you sat an exam a couple months ago, a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, and you've just had a random thought pop in your head that, oh no, I didn't answer this question right, or I should have put this instead of this, or maybe you're discussing it with a colleague and they've put something different to you, and you've suddenly had a panic that you should have put that answer down when you didn't. Trust me, I have been in both of these categories. So my journey began in 2021 in November when I started my training contract. And I did all 15 exams without any exemptions and managed to pass them all. But I promise you, after every single exam, I was scrolling through Google, I was searching Reddit, I was on YouTube, going down rabbit holes, thinking things like, oh, if I fail, then this is going to happen. If I fail, then I'm not good enough to be an accountant. Maybe I'm going to get fired. I should try and find something else, a new job, a new role. All these negative thoughts were flushing through my head, and it was awful. They'd keep me up at night. I'd sometimes just wake up in the middle of the night, think of a question that I didn't get right or an answer that I could have put down that I didn't. And it was absolutely horrible. So, no doubt you are probably going through some of these same thoughts right now and panicking. And I just want to say, take a deep breath. First of all, take a deep breath, breathe in and out, and just try and calm yourself down a little bit because it is horrible. And when you're going through those thoughts and those feelings, that's all you can think about, and it's all that consumes you. And trust me, I've been there. It's horrible. So take a deep breath, realize you're still alive. It's not the end of the world, and we're going to move on. So this is just a very short video where I'm just going to give 3 tips that I have for you to hopefully try and calm your nerves down, because ultimately there's nothing you can do about the exam now. What's done is done. You have to forget about it and move forward, especially if you have an exam tomorrow or you're sitting a few at once like I know I did. So my first tip that I'm going to give you is that the stats are on your side. So the pass rates for these exams are usually between 70 to up to 90%. So for the last sitting, as of the time of recording this video, the lowest percent for one of the exams was 73%, and the highest was 89%. So 7 or up to 9 in 10 people sitting these exams or sitting that particular exam have passed. So the fact that the stats are on your side should hopefully try and calm you down a little bit, because they are on your side. These examiners don't want you to fail. They need people to pass. They need a steady stream of people going through the exams and becoming chartered accountants. And scaling. Scaling hasn't been proven, but a lot of people believe there is scaling in the exams because every single session, roughly the same amount of people pass. It's usually in that 70 to 80% range. So 7 or 8 in 10 people are passing these exams. So hopefully that should give you a bit of hope that you may be on the winning side here, and the chances are you are on the winning side here. My second tip to try and alleviate some of your worries is own figure marks. Now, I can't tell you the amount of times after these exams where I try and speak to people who have just sat the exam, or speak with colleagues, or Google what answers people were getting for these exams. And there were times where, the answer that 10 people got was 500 and I put 27. And in my head, I'm like, oh no, I've got that completely wrong. And for some of these exams where, it's just 3 whole questions and so much is riding on one of these questions, multiple marks, you're thinking, oh no, I've just screwed up a third of this whole exam. Chances are I've probably failed. But What I didn't realize in the moment was there are so many marks available for own figures. So putting something down is going to benefit you massively, especially if you show your workings and you link back to those workings. So if you manage to do that in the exam, please try and calm down, because the fact that you've done that, the fact you've shown your workings, the fact that you've been methodical in your approach to the questions is going to score you some credit, even if you don't get to the right answer. Because it would be very harsh if they were to penalize you if you made a small mistake in your calculation right at the start of a question, when reality is you would have got the right answer if you didn't make that small mistake. So they can't keep penalizing you for a small mistake you make at the start. Remember, there's going to be own figure marks available. So try not to stress too much if people around you are saying they all got one answer and you got something completely different. And my third and final tip to help you alleviate some of your stress is, remember, you only need 55% or 50% for some of the advanced levels. So remember, that is just over half of the exam you need to get right. You can get up to 40 or 45% of it wrong and still end up passing. So remember, you don't need to get everything absolutely right. You don't need to be a complete genius in these exams to come up with a pass at the end of it. You just need to get just over half of the answers that are on the mark scheme. So I hope that was somewhat helpful. I hope that tried to alleviate some of your worries, because no doubt you're going to keep scrolling through, trying to find the answers, trying to stop that little nudge in your brain telling you that you failed. And yeah, I can fully relate to that after 3 years of grinding it out for the ACA and now coming out the other side of it with my charter a few months ago. So I hope that was helpful. If you are worried about your exams and want to drop a comment below, just spreading your frustration, go ahead. I found that to be quite helpful myself when I was frustrated about things. So by all means, use the comment box as a tool to feel your anger if you need it, and I'll reply to everyone that comments below. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you soon.